All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello, I can't see your screen. Just
You
as a
can't-
quick. Oh,
you
there we
can't
go.
see
Now
it?
I can.
I was sitting there
Yay.
going, I know that I shared it like ages ago.
It took that long for me to see your screen. Anyways, we're good.
All right. Hi, guys. We are back on Turnabout Big Top. Don't fucking ask me what we were doing. I know
No
we're in the
idea.
middle of a trial. And then we had technical difficulties, and my eyes were tired, so we stopped. That is about as much as I remember, so we may be going in very blind.
Ooh, yay.
Because then we also took like a week off of this because, yeah. Okay.
Good time.
We're going to do a shorter stream again today. We've got some other stuff going on. So, let's just get started.
Yeah.
If we die, we die.
Good. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
All right.
I'm trying to remember, like, what the hell you were doing.
Apparently we are interviewing Acro. Oh yeah,
Yes.
we accused him as the killer.
That's right.
right.
And then he got angry for good reason.
Yeah, I mean, can't really blame the guy. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty
Right.
sure he is the killer, but.
But now we just gotta prove it.
Mhm.
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. Please. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful toward him. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, thank you for the reminder. Acro sent his birds to attack us. I can't believe
yeah.
I forgot that.
This is
Honestly,
the
though-
important stuff.
Honestly, though, like, I don't understand why we haven't been attacked by these birds. That woman will sink to any low to win a case.
How dare she suggest that we're not always polite to our witnesses?
Yeah, rude.
All right, Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Are we just never going to address how he got the bust in his room to begin with?
Apparently not.
I hope we can.
I'm pretty sure the monkey didn't fucking... Although, we did have that conversation when we're not sure what size the monkey is.
Yeah.
Monkey did it.
Because we've
I
gone
have-
everywhere from, like, chimpanzee to my thought is, like, Abu.
I love Abu. I hope it's Abu, but my dreams can be crushed. It's
I
fine.
mean, if it's Abu-sized, that tiny monkey is not carrying an entire bust across a courtyard up the stairs to the 3rd floor.
Well, you never know, because apparently ants can carry twice their body weight. What about monkeys? I don't know. I don't know science. Anyway, I have doubts in regards to the witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would lead to even more severe injuries.
Unless you play real good. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
Oh, fuck you.
Damn.
Her, I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus.
I mean, she's not wrong, though. I didn't see anything in that cross-examination. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust.
Have you ever lifted up the bust before?
No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own 2 hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. So money can lift it?
Money? that crazy monkey has lifted Max's bust before?
See? See?
In true Disney princess form, he had the monkey help him.
This is Disney Princesses gone wrong.
Okay, Disney. Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling. That's fun to say. Dingling.
I have a strong upper body. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. You know, I don't know what about this guy makes me think of this, but this is like if Enchanted went wrong, and instead of, you know, like her getting dumped into Central Park or wherever the hell she got dumped, this happened.
I felt that.
So what have you been doing to keep in shape?
Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. I don't know how you could do tightrope on a wheelchair, but they could prove me wrong, I'm sure. I don't know how you can do a tightrope with legs, to be completely honest. I understand it's about balance, but...
You try.
You don't say.
I sucked at the balance beam in PE, so, But, no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
I wouldn't lose either. Slowpoke, I mean Nick. So nice and encouraging.
So nice. Whoa. How did the discussion turn to me all of a sudden?
Look, we all know that we could beat Phoenix in a fight. It just
Yeah.
goes without saying. I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible.
So he's Yogi Bear.
And why is that?
Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet.
So you couldn't have thrown the bust out of the window.
There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body.
How long do you think your recovery will take?
Well, you have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation, but it's still going to be a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head.
Why would you say it would be impossible? God, we're so good at asking stupid questions.
Allow me
Right.
to explain. I can't fucking look out the window. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window? Thus, there is no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head.
You got money to help him. Well, I suppose you've got a point. I'm fucking shit, he has a point.
Hey, Nick!
Huh?
What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. Ahem. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust.
That does make sense. Well, I could prove it somehow.
The note, maybe?
I mean, he placed the box.
Who did?
Mhm.
The
Somebody,
ringmaster?
I don't know.
The ringmaster was
Well-
carrying the box.
Oh, he was carrying it? I thought
Yeah.
it was out there. Never
No. No, the ringmaster carries the box because he brought it for some reason and it had the pepper in it.
mind. Okay.
Just a big ass box of one tiny pepper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, either that or fucking money was holding it, and then Acro told him to drop it. That Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down.
To be fair, if he's going to tell Money to drop it, then he would still need to be able to look out the window to see.
I don't know.
I think it's got to be the note.
Yeah.
I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Let me take a look at the note really quick.
Not yet.
Ringmaster papers, circus map. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. I mean, that doesn't say stand right below my window, but I think that's the only thing we got.
Yeah.
We're gonna press this, and if it doesn't, move on.
All you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all.
If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there is no way that I could land a direct hit on the Ringmaster's head.
That makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright?
Honestly, that's all I'm thinking about now too. I'm just imagining Pull the Lever Crunk scene from The Emperor's New Groove, but with Acro and Money.
Oh, the lever crunk!
That's all I'm thinking about too. Acro is strong enough to lift up the bust.
The main problem is how he could have aimed for the Ringmaster's head.
I wonder if he used some kind of tool to aim for the Ringmaster? Like a monkey?
That's the ticket, Nick. Show him what you got.
I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits perfectly with this case. With the case.
I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. But maybe I overlooked something.
We always do.
We always do, yeah.
Is I.
Okay, so I think that we have two theories for this evidence. It's either monkey, or money, the monkey, not monkey the money, or the note that tells him where to be.
We could try both and save and stuff.
I mean, we'll go ahead and save. You guys want to make a case for either one?
Well, we don't. My heart says money, honestly, but I don't know why.
We're in the money.
Let's do it then.
And
Nope.
damn it.
I don't know, my
Stupid
heart was
monkey. Stupid monkey.
This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are the evidence in this statement just now related?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts before making accusation. There goes your life points.
Yeah.
I don't think that won me any points with the judge.
Alright.
Not
Let's try
at
the
all.
note. Nope, not that either.
Fudge cakes.
Okay, well.
Oh, well, we're dying, so, that's great.
Okay, how could you have known where the Ringmaster's head was going to be? I don't see anything in that photo. Don't think a salary raise had anything to do with it. Maybe the box?
Maybe the box.
I mean, we're already going to have to reset, so you know what?
Yeah, let's...
Why not?
Okay, that's what it was.
Oh,
shit.
it was. Wait, what?
We're gonna see what his reasoning is.
Okay.
This is one of
we
those
just
things that
tried shit.
I can't stand it sometimes because he's on a completely different level than I am.
Same.
I know how they fucking did it. Just let me present my case.
Exactly.
Pressing the X button.
Okay. Do. Present. Nothing happened here.
It's a secret.
Acro. You didn't really need to lean out the window, did you?
Oh, snap.
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Phoenix is on a level called Galaxy Brain, you're correct. Quite
How about
precisely, may add.
Your silly hinting at things is pointless. Mr. Phoenix Wright, enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence?
I just do what I want. Goodbye. but I did such a good job hinting.
No, you didn't. Sir,
No.
I will give
We're
you
so
points where you
confused.
deserve it, but this is not one of those times.
Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright, because we ain't got no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe you should take a look at this.
Uh-huh.
That would be a box.
Yes, it's a box. Yes.
The key point here is the wooden box.
The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over?
The same. Question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Who?
When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box.
Oh, so I was wrong. My apologies. I turned us astray.
Is that...
Which means that this wooden box is already placed at the scene of the crime.
How was I supposed to remember an entire testimony that I wrecked my voice over?
Indeed. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. The booby trap. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean...
No, if the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box,
There would have been no way that it could miss the head of the victim.
No! There are a lot of,
shit.
weird holes in this theory, but you know what? We're gonna see if they address any of them.
same. Order, this is unbelievable, like for realsies.
Finally, some loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. And there's only one way to go from here. Forward.
Oh. Yeah, so the next question I have is, who placed the wooden box at the scene? The monkey. Probably.
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down.
Well, we're just making some claims there. Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright! The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box.
That's why the box was so specially made.
Specially made? Okay, where are we going with this, Nick?
Indeed.
Indeed.
It's a special box.
It's a special box.
It had the most peculiar feature.
The contents?
I'm gonna guess contents. That's why he would be bent over looking in it.
Although it's a 20-pound box
Yeah.
for pepper.
Exactly. That's what I was like saying.
Oh, I think I know why it has to be the weight of it. So think about when
Right.
you lift down to lift something heavy, you have to get pretty far over it to lift it with your... I mean, you're not supposed to lift it with your back, but let's be honest, like most of us do. Even if you lift it with your knees, you know, you have to be in a very specific position to lift it. It's not just like, you know,
Yeah.
you can stand off to the side and lift it up with one hand.
Yeah.
And if it was
Okay.
locked, then it couldn't have been... I mean, I guess it could have been the... I don't necessarily know that the pepper shaker would have had anything to do with where his head was at.
Yeah.
So I think it's the weight.
Yeah, the weight.
Okay.
We're gonna go with it.
Sounds good.
Let's go away.
The box has a remarkable weight.
Weight?
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
World's biggest pepper shaker.
Yep.
Just to lift up this wooden box would have required
Oh, I see. Kind of. One would have to squat down and lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
How else do you fucking lift a box?
Right.
Like, even if
You
it didn't
do
have
your
handles,
darndest.
you lift it
Just
from both
doing your
sides.
darndest.
You can't lift it
Your
up with, like, one
darndest.
hand under the... I don't know, man.
Side.
That is correct.
Apparently in the fucking
lift-
Phoenix Wright universe, people can just, I don't know, fucking levitate boxes.
That's
I mean,
great.
Max can fly.
Yeah, Max can fly.
Point taken, point taken.
To lift up the box, you have to squat down. That's right, the bird minions just dig their talons into the wood, and that's how the box gets lifted.
There we go.
Which means
Great.
that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place.
Fool! I don't know why you just said that randomly, but you know what?
We're going with it.
I love that he just doesn't give a shit.
Right,
No.
look at him.
Cool as a cucumber.
Does he ever even bother to listen to me anymore? Nope.
I've heard what you had to say.
Eh,
I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
You... Did you do it? Did you place the wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. I mean, there's also the question of, if he lowered it down with a rope,
Mm-hmm.
how did the rope get from around the box?
mhm.
Exactly. We're all so confused.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? Do we remember? I'm pretty sure it's in the cafeteria, isn't it?
Yeah, the cafeteria, yeah. Yeah.
Because I thought that was originally his, like, little primo table.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. 6 months and they haven't managed to install you a fucking ramp?
Right.
Ah, that means.
Where are the ADA accommodations in this place?
Yeah, jeez.
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would have I gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room?
Yeah,
The
the
Yoda.
surface is
power
very
of
adorable.
friendship.
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice.
Arg! That's not what I was saying. But
Tell
Phoenix
us-
doesn't listen to me.
Yeah, I know. We tried to allege from the beginning that there was one, but you know what? Screw you, Nick. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bust from the cafeteria.
Yep, we definitely have a problem here. We're caught in anime on this side.
Yes,
Uh,
anime.
But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all.
Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. Those red bars look really good. How did the witness get the bust from the cafeteria back to his room?
It was the
Duh,
monkey.
room service.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna have to go with.
Room service.
Yeah, that's all I got. If it's not the monkey, we're screwed.
Hooray. It's the lion. A monkey.
Yeah, the dead lion.
Yeah, it's the dead lion.
It was the spirit of the lion. In this essay, I will prove.
Yes.
Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Oh, yeah, like he stole the ventriloquist ring. Yeah.
So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Of course, he didn't order the monkey to steal it. Just implied very heavily, and the monkey was like, yeah, okay. The monkey stole it on his own and brought it back home.
Hmm?
Go home.
Monkey lives in Acro's room. Duh, everyone knows that.
Acro's room.
But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny.
But the cards were shiny.
Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record.
Fuck you. You keep making fucking mistakes.
Not me.
My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Bet they're ultra rare.
Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny.
Ah!
Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. He totally could have lied there and was like, nah.
Exactly. Order! I said order, Mr. Von Car. Miss Von Car. Damn it. Oh, I'm old. Where is the bust in question at this moment? Probably in the monkey's hands.
I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak.
This is a rather strange turn of events. Hella sus. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then?
The dude has a fucking tuba in his room. You could just drop a tuba on someone.
Exactly.
Well, in that event. If he lied, then the trial would go on longer as we try to prove that the monkey is strong enough.
That's not wrong.
Call the
Put the
to
monkey
stand.
on the stand.
Something else would have been used as the murder weapon.
Oh, wait. Then you mean his bus was the murder weapon purely by accident?
Sure. It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them.
The birds flew away.
Terrified when the birds fly away. Anyways,
Same.
Ah.
I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer.
Moron!
Wow, she didn't say fool this time. Character development.
Exactly.
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I am still a little bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that.
There's still some really fucking weird holes in it, but you know what? Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney.
But he won last time.
Fuck you.
Fraud?
You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Fraud? Fraud. Oh. Sorry, I caught up. And what is that?
You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime.
Ah!
There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. You know, except for the fact that the defendant flew away, but, you know.
Yeah, that's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Can't I hear anything?
Nick, don't let her beat you now. God, get it together.
Oh, neat. My Skype has switched to poor audio only, poor connection.
Oh, great!
My favorite.
Except for I can still see, so I don't know. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around.
When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this, and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Like, you can submit more than one piece of evidence. Who was the murderer the clown saw? We know this one.
The bust.
Where's the bust? I can't find it in my, evidence.
Fuck. It's the bust,
There's the bust.
bitches. Bust or bust.
He saw Max's ow.
I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question.
I was answering the question, lady. Au contraire, mon. I don't know.
Prayer.
Prayer.
Yeah.
I'm proud
Listen.
of you. I'm proud of you. Why is he French all of a sudden? Anyway.
It does indeed have something to do with the question.
Look, I believe that Phoenix Wright, whenever he speaks another language like this, you know, it's like the most American fucking sounding thing.
That's a good thing that I'm fucking doing it. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. One fam. There should just done that.
Yeah. Poggers. I mean, how is that possible?
It's simple, really. That Mo actually, what Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust.
What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette
No.
he saw was wearing a cloak.
You could put a cloak on the bust.
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust.
Yeah.
It'd be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust's hands.
Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust?
Nobody in
A
their
murderer!
right mind.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who put it on the bust.
Where's the cloak now?
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? The question is the utmost important in this case, don't you agree?
Dowie caught me.
Okay, Homer. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Should probably save your game, but you know.
I can't save now that
Damn
we're
it.
in this. I mean, the only person I can think of, it obviously was not the monkey. So it had to have been Acro.
Yeah, Acro.
I wonder, Mr. Phoenix Wright, didn't the defendant wear his cloak the entire time he was in practice? So then how did this person get a hold of the cloak? Oh, we're in
Well,
trouble. Furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bust, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene. Ma'am?
Okay. Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna save because we're about to
Yeah.
try to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Oh, fuck.
When she's
Right.
so nice about telling me I'm wrong, it hurts even more.
The famous Von Karma carrot and whip approach.
Carrot and Mr. Wright, do the thing. Tell us stuff, please. Who did the thing? Okay, Mo?
Ringmaster.
Ringmaster?
I mean,
Yeah, the Ringmaster.
the ringmaster was wearing the cloak, wasn't he? Didn't? But why?
I don't know anything anymore.
Maybe Mo?
It's been so long.
'Cause-
Mo was inside his room though.
It's a big conspiracy. It's like Murder on the Orient Express. Everyone did it.
Yeah, everyone is responsible.
Also, I felt for a second like I should have done like spoiler alert, but like Murder on the Orient Express is almost like 100-year-old novel, so like
And it's still very good.
You had enough time to
your
read.
entire
I like
life to
heavily
know.
endorse the Kenneth Branagh movie that just came out.
Yeah,
I guess now
so
like 5
good.
years ago too.
It's so
It's so good.
I watched it.
It's very,
Anyway.
very good. Like, Kenneth Branagh, I feel, is infuriatingly good at everything he does because he's just infuriating. Like,
I
he
love
always
that.
casts himself in, like, the most self-important role.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then he fucking pulls it off every time.
He
Okay,
is a very infuriating human being, yes.
there's my
Okay,
rant about
s-
Kenneth Branagh.
No, it was
Okay.
very much needed. I still
fair
think
point.
it's Mo.
A
Anyway,
fair point,
what?
though. Maybe he was wearing it. The ringmaster was wearing the cape when it got caught on the bus when it rose. That's a
Oh,
fair
that's a good one.
theory.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's two issues with Mo. One is that there's no footprints. So, I mean, we have seen Mo's stature. If I remember
Yeah.
correctly, he had to stand on books at the stand.
Right.
So him leaning out the window to do just about anything, as a fellow short person, not gonna fucking happen. So I don't necessarily think it's Mo. It's got to have been the ringmaster.
Ringmaster, I guess, would be a good one then. Yeah. As we said, there's no accomplice, and that would make Mo an accomplice.
Hmm. Yeah, she's holding us to that. Which, granted, I
Yeah,
can't
or-
blame her, but...
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go with the ringmaster. Fool? Him?
You're saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry?
Yeah, he got knocked out with it, and then he decided, you know what? This murder weapon needs a makeover.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, the victim himself placed the cloak on the bust?
Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Look at you.
Yeah.
We got
what
saved by the
would be
audience
right
this time.
way. Thank you, audience. Oh
Thank
my
you.
god, we had like two. It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire as the audience.
Yeah,
I
We
like
can't phone a
one.
friend. We're already phoning our friends right now.
yeah. And I think we've all found out none of us have any brain cells tonight.
Yeah. Our 50-50 was ended up in our life going away.
Like, I should point out, so I did, PlayStation has their, look back over the past year. We've spent 65 hours playing Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's now more than that, because that was just in 2020. But
Oh,
we've
shit.
spent 65 hours playing this game so far, and as you can see, we are still not very good at it.
Amen.
Explain yourself.
Do it.
Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this?
Nope. I'm fine, Maya. I'm really putting all the pieces together now. There's really only one picture I could paint anyways.
I hope it's a pretty picture.
Alright. So you wanna know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time.
No, Nick, we would like to wildly speculate again.
Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust.
That's some Tom and Jerry shit.
Again, we
Really
still
is.
have not figured out how he got the rope off of the box to tie it later to the bust, but I have a feeling that is going to be one of the giant plot holes of this.
Yeah. And dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. Yeah, we really shouldn't be thinking with logic. There's no such thing as logic in
I
this
know.
fucking game. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. Sus.
Yeah.
But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. Oh my god.
Magic.
At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, bleh.
Yeah, apparently we're actually saying magic. You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be.
Au contraire.
Mon frere.
I feel like Von Karma is sitting here with all of this logic going, there is no fucking way. And Phoenix Wright is just sitting here going, plot armor, bitch.
It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. The circus isn't over yet.
What?
Yeah, it is a circus for sure. Yeah, we're all clowning here.
Yeah, really?
The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust.
Apparently there was no wind on his way,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not clasped in any way, shape, or form.
Nope. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. Oh yeah, they're 100% that. I think, isn't it that meme where you're pointing at the cat, the lady's pointing at the cat? I think the original lady picture is from like, one of the Real Housewives, and it's that fucking white cat.
The cat that looks like it's at the table with the salad.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Uh-huh.
one. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bus being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because he was in his wheelchair and couldn't see out of his window.
Like, there are
So
so
just-
many issues with this logically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because look at where Mo's window is and how he's claiming that the cloak went onto it. Mo would be seeing the back of the bust,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which means that he would not be worried about thinking that there was a man inside there because there would be no rest of the body.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're doing that thing again where we're trying to apply logic to this fucking game, and we can't do that.
I had a fucking
we're not
good
allowed.
idea for this plot.
We're
It
not
was logically
allowed to have
sound.
nice things.
So he just kept pulling the bust up.
And they pulled this bullshit.
Hmm.
And that's how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you.
You,
You
Soldier
are
Boy,
monkey.
told. Okay. Soldier Boy of business. Oh, okay. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. Damn.
He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now.
Literally. Rope.
So,
What now?
you've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true?
Evidence.
We don't even have the fucking rope. In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip.
I'm pretty sure you don't get to
used your
decide.
whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. I want in on this. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want evidence, so fuck.
Just explain how there could only be one possible murder method. Why
No!
do they need proof? There's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account.
Look, the lawyeros are really failing us here.
Unusual? The lack of footprints.
That's a contradiction, actually.
Hopefully
Okay then.
hopefully Nick remembers what this contradiction is, because that was like a month ago.
Right. Use that and get out of this jam.
Exactly, no footprints. The no footprints thing. The bus can't leave footprints. And you know, talking amongst yourselves, proceed, Mr. Wright, please. Present some evidence for the court that backs your claims.
Shit.
Yeah, I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magical case and stuff.
Well, you better be right, because,
So, what do you guys think it is?
I said it was the lack of footprints for
But
someone
that's not
leaving
in
behind.
evidence, is it?
Yeah, I don't have evidence for that. All I have is the crime scene photo.
Exactly. A crime scene photo, because it has no footprints, but
I mean, I can present it.
or does anyone else think it's something else?
I don't remember any of what Mo's testimony was, to be completely honest.
How incriminating is the letter he wrote to Regina?
To the murderer, you haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago, have you? I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza.
So,
mean-
not.
I mean, we know this is related. I just don't think we've
Mhm.
gotten to it.
Mm.
But we could say that this is the beginning of it. You know, this is what brings the ringmaster there.
Yeah.
Are we gonna cheat?
We might have to cheat on this one.
Cheat. Or
I'm going to look it up. I wouldn't look it up, but since
Yeah.
I can't save,
Yeah, we should just.
I'm locked out of the
cheat.
saving. Let's see.
Hey, we do not cheat often.
No, we don't.
Yeah, this is the one time. Besides the very specific way you were supposed to look at another, the what was it, the
vase.
mascot, the vase, and the blue badger thing. Yes, that was annoying as hell. It was oddly specific.
And I should point out on that one, I had it. I was just a couple of degrees off.
Mhm.
Okay. Investigation. Okay, 4-1 trial. Okay. So it's the silk hat. So if
What?
you remember, Mo said that he saw the hat on the statue. And we have the hat at the crime scene. But obviously the hat that was found at the crime scene is not the one that was on the statue.
Uh-huh.
You know? So apparently that's what it is.
Okay. Well, sure. We'll go with that.
Maybe he'll explain it better.
The problem is Max's 3 symbols.
All together now.
You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceeding.
Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony.
The silk hat was one. The white roses were the other.
But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions.
You fool! Do you ever shut up?
No. Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing the silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's.
Whoa! Holy moly! Makes sense if you look at it that way. Then he did see the silk hat, well, sort of.
Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction?
Another contradiction?
Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night, but the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away.
Can you do it, Dick? With the power of cheating?
Yeah.
Of course, I can explain, or I can explain all of it. Blah, blah, blah.
What was that?
Blah, blah, blah. Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. The cloak snagged on. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Do you guys get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would have ended up on the back of the bust.
Ah! Again, this does not make sense with how this how the dead body is
what
turned,
the-
but you know what? We're gonna go with it.
Sure.
Which explains why Mo didn't see them.
Oh yeah.
This bullshit explains everything. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust.
Yeah.
They did not work very hard on this one.
Order. What the fuck?
Ah.
All right, Mr. Wright, we'll go with whatever the hell you said.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We're using some protagonist power here.
Yeah, this is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me and like everyone in the audience, but however, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Carl will finally throw in the towel.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
They all look too smug.
The birds are back.
Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind?
Yes. What is
I
it?
do mind.
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
No. Well, yes, I did. There's something making you think that I didn't.
If you
Everything
did,
about you.
then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that?
Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Bitch.
Ever heard of an accident?
I mean, we are kind of claiming that he's, like, looking out the window and watching as this man picks up the box. So, I don't know how much accident we can get. He just
Damn it.
accidentally let go?
Yeah.
Your Honor,
Practicing his next trick.
I'd like you to hear Akro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now.
Oh, what do I do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Phoenix, holy shit.
Acro's motive. Okay.
It seems that this case isn't over yet.
It is though. We just
So
haven't
much-
gotten there.
So much for my soaps. All right, very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break.
Bop it time.
I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony and stuff after recess. Wee. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Bye, bitches.
All
I
right, we
need
hit the to
a
be continued.
long bathroom break.
All right.
Damn.
Well, we barely got by on that one. We need to stop taking breaks like right in the middle of cases. But we've done it a lot for
Yeah.
this case.
Yeah.
Good time. Well, because this is a bunch of clowning around, so
Yeah.
there's only so much we could take.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna stop here for tonight. As I said, we've got some other stuff going. So next stream is Thursday, normal time, 10 Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. Possibly, we will be doing the Resident Evil Maiden demo. Possibly at the beginning of the next stream. It should take about 30 to 45 minutes. We'll have to take a short intermission before moving back to Phoenix Wright. But we'll do the scary stuff and then lighten it up with some
With clowns.
Lighten it up with murder.
yeah.
Yeah. Lighten up.
But to be fair,
Listen.
everything here is so absurd. Did anyone actually die? Do we know?
Is he even in the crematorium yet?
Like, at this point, I sort of think, we're going to suddenly see that our victim is suddenly not dead. And he just
Right. he
bounces
could just
back
have a
up to
concussion.
walk into
He
the
came back.
courtroom like this was the killer.
Right.
So I think
felt that.
right now we're planning for that next stream. If you're not into that, join us like 10:45ish. If you are subscribed, I will end the stream and then restart it when we do Phoenix Wright, so you will get a note. I believe you should get a notification. Admittedly, I don't think I'm subscribed to very many people on Twitch, so I don't actually know how that notification comes. I can't talk today. But yeah, so either come join us for that. It's atmospheric horror. It'll be a lot of fun. Come see the giant 9 fucking foot tall lady.
It's too big. Too
Like
big.
So yeah, next stream we may or may not finish this case up. We'll see how it goes. But for now, we'll see you guys then. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.